It's been a while. There's a new, it's supposed to be daily driver, kind of turned into a project car. We still have the Ranchero. Guest, a special guest this week is Sammy, who just like leaked out a fucking 5 gallons of urine on my Ranchero in the backyard. But yeah, we still got that. This is a 1950 shoebox I bought, but as you can see from the dash, it's a 78 Granada with a shoebox body thrown on top of it, which I'm alright with. I like rat rods and stuff, but I had to document some of this because it's fucking crazy. So neither front window's there. I think the guy didn't have money to do it. Maybe used plexiglass and it kept breaking, but you can see the window works and everything. It'll roll up and down. I'm trying to do it by hand, so it's hard, but it rolls up and down. It just doesn't have any glass. The glass it does have has seen better days. Both the back windows are cracked there. It had seats. I just took those out to take care of the problem of the day, which the problem of the day isn't even the steering wheel, believe it or not. That's not the worst part of the car. So it had power seat, which I'm like, well, that's kind of pointless. I don't need power seats. So plus I had to get to a lot of stuff, so I took that out. That power seat was basically being held in by these rods, which was really wiggly. So, you know, when you're driving, you're kind of moving around. Not to mention there's no seat belts and no power steering. So, and then to kind of make up the space so it's not right on the floor, they put some of these in, which is cool. It's pretty much what I would have done to kind of take up some of the space, but these were so wobbly. Like you're sitting in the seat and it's just wobbling like crazy. Not to mention the Berber carpet out of someone's house, and then the special custom shifter boot here. So as you can see, good amount of work. They try to do kind of a rat rod thing. Doesn't really seem like a rat rod. Kind of seems like, you know, a lot of redneck engineering. Where, yeah, you use that a little bit for a rat rod, but usually it's stylistic choices, not, you know, let's mess everything up choices. You know me. Oh, I guess I can't. Can I turn on my camera or my flashlight? Okay, yeah, well, let me turn on my flashlight. All right. So, oh, also, instead of wiring up a bunch of interior lights, luckily, he left a bunch of these in the car, which actually come in really handy. So, the problem, it runs awesome. Once, you know, the correct gauge wire for the ignition was put in, because it drove fine on the test run. Then when I went to pick it up, it wasn't starting because the wrong size ignition wire. But the right one's in here now. Runs awesome again. The problem we're having today is no brake pedals because, well, you can kind of see there's like a hose clamp or something where, well, I mean, it has a brake pedal, no brake lights, because you can kind of see there's a hose clamp that I think was holding down the brake switch for the rear brake lights. So I was driving this thing around, picking it up and everything, and I didn't have any brake lights. Plus, when I was doing the test drive, apparently he didn't tell me there's no brake lights, and he rode with me. So it's one thing putting someone else's life in danger, but you're gonna put your own in danger not doing a not having working tail lights. So yeah, there's some kind of plate thing they got together here. So I'm gonna fix that. I'm not gonna use OE parts though. I don't know where I put the part. All right. Oh, it's over here. All right. So I'm not gonna use OE parts. Luckily, apparently this thing happens once or twice. They have like a little universal one. So I'm just gonna bolt that down. It's got a little lever here. When the lever moves, little whammy bar. When that moves, the brake lights will turn on. So I bought some things, and I know this is probably you know, I talked about redneck engineering, and I'm probably going to end up doing the same exact thing myself. But, what the hell? Oh, I tied the bag. Hold on. Let me see here. Alright. So I figure what I'll do is drill a little hole in here. Put this is tricky because I'm doing it one-handed. Put this over here. Put like a hairpin or something through there so this can't come off. This I can adjust to whatever length I need. Hook the other end up to the brake pedal. So when I push the brake pedal, this will push, turn on the lights. And like I said, it's adjustable to whatever length I need. Not an OEM way of doing it. There's probably 800 better ways to do it, especially if you're good at welding, which I'm not. So, you know, there's probably a lot better ways to do it, but my welding isn't much better than what he had here already. And, you know, even my kind of redneck engineering here, still going to be better than what was in there. So, once I get that mounted, I get to try to figure out which wire is for the tail lights. It's got to be one of these ones, I think, because I can't find a wire that was hooked up to the thing they had. So it's going to be fun. And check some of this out. Check out some of this wiring. That, on this, I don't know what this goes to. Like, it's just kind of there. I don't know. I don't know what it's for. That might be the taillight wire. Maybe he just kind of gave up and was just wrapped it around to get it out of the way. Who knows? And you got kind of all this stuff here. Pretty sure most of my gauges don't work. The gauges over here, most of those don't work. I think the battery gauge works. Also, the oil gauge, they use that kind of line that comes with it. So shout out to my buddy Dominic. Went and got me some copper wire so that the line that comes with the oil gauge, because it went right above the engine, so it would have burned through and probably caused a fire. So he was looking out for me. He got me some copper wire. Oddly enough, the only part that looks kind of halfway decent is this rear bench, and they covered up with this blanket. Like, the only part that doesn't look like they just brought in something from their house. They covered it up. But overall, I mean, the interior's pretty decent. No headliner, but that's okay because I always wanted to do my own kind of cool headliner. You can see here, a lot of room up here, which I think is kind of neat. But gotta do something with this dash because I'm not digging the 70s vibe. While I'm kind of doing a little tour of the car, let me move this out of the way. These were pretty sweet. They came with the dog dishes here, so that was kind of nice. Moon eyes. I say dog dish, probably more like moon eyes. Everyone's gonna correct me online, like those are moon eyes. So the grill, everyone loves the classic 1949 50s shoebox grill. So of course it didn't come with it. It came with another grill. I think he said it was out of a Plymouth. At first I was like, oh cool, it looks kind of like an old Mercury grill. But I think he said it was out of like an old Plymouth or something. I don't even remember. Eventually, long-term plans, once I get it to where it's, you know, kind of more drivable than the current state, I've always wanted to try Frenching out the headlights. So I'll probably try that out. This is a good candidate for that. I just noticed the passenger mirror and the driver mirror are completely different. So, but that's all right because I was gonna put new, different mirrors on there, anyways. Also, I didn't notice this either. You always notice the little things after you buy it. There's like a little opening there between the two windshield pieces. So I got to get some, you know, black RTV or something, just kind of fill that up so I don't get you know, wasp or anything. Like, oh hey, what's in here? And then they get in there and then they make a wasp nest or a bee's nest in my car. Also, not worried about it yet, but the windshield wipers aren't hooked up, like the linkage isn't hooked up, so I gotta do that. So I would open the hood and show you the motor. It's got a 302 with the C4 trans. Would open it up, show you the motor, but it's kind of a thing. Like, basically the release in there, you have to use the bungee that it came with to hold the release open, to hold the hood open, basically, so you can open the hood. It's an ordeal. So yeah, wish me luck. You know, you always learn from the cars you own. This one I've learned a lot about what to look for when buying a shoebox. So first off, make sure it's a shoebox, not a shoebox body thrown onto a 78 Granada. And also make sure, whatever you do, if you ever want a 1950 Ford grill, make sure it comes with it, because good luck finding one online. I think a buddy of mine found an aftermarket for me, but it was like $1,500. Right, Sammy? Sammy, you're famous. Say hi. No, I guess not. All right. So that's it today for Dr. T's Gee-Rhage. Sorry, the video, I usually keep them under 10 minutes. This one's over that because there's a lot to show you guys. So I should have did this before I brought it in the garage, because now it's hard to get the entire car in there. Right, Sammy? That's right. All right, till next time, like and subscribe, do all that cool stuff. If you don't hear from me for a while, it's because I lost my sanity trying to fix this thing up. All right, talk to you later.